Hello and welcome to Zulf Talks. Today we're doing the photography live show, and you will know as we do these, we've had a number of these sessions and they're doing really good. So we keep an eye out on regular updates, and with our show, we give you photo news. We go through Edit My Raw photos from subreddit. We give you some additional information to help you get better editing advice and tips and tricks from actual photo retouchers. So without delay, we have a quick message. This show has been made possible by Camkix photo accessories. There's a great link in the description to be able to pick up this cleaning kit for your camera. Make sure to check that out, and also their additional accessories they offer. And up next we have some photo news, so we'll have a look at some recent articles. And you can see here we've been keeping a close eye on all sorts of photography related articles, and we have a few interesting ones. Let me just make sure we are good, and we are. So Android, why this photo is bricking some phones. So it's actually interesting to see that there's been a photo going around which is, I'd be interested to get your views on this. So if you let me know in chats, or if you're watching on replay, comment and see if you've heard about this. It's dozens of Android phones that are being reported on social media that feature like this image is actually being set up as wallpaper and causing problems, so it's bricking the phones. So I was quite astonished by that, so it was interesting to hear. But let's see if you've heard about this. Do let me know, and if you've experienced it. So you see there's a tweet there from warning: never set this picture as wallpaper, especially for Samsung mobile phones. It will cause your phone to crash. Don't try it. So that's an interesting challenge, because obviously most people will be looking at that and thinking, oh, wait a minute, shall we give that a quick shot? And okay, so that's your first article. I've also had a look at a few others. With recent events, you will know that the all the emergency workers and service workers are working their hardest to keep everybody safe. And it's interesting to see Fujifilm donating instant cameras to hospitals across Europe to help doctors connect with patients. So I thought that was quite interesting to get the photography element in there, and actual companies helping out to get everybody more relaxed. So you can imagine if you're a kid and you're going into hospital and you see them wearing masks like that, it can be scary. So what they've done is they've actually given them instant cameras. You can see in that example video there where the doctor can take a picture of themselves normally without the masks on, and then when patients come, they've got it on a lanyard, so the actual kids or anyone looking at it will be like, oh, okay, that's the person behind the mask. So I thought that's quite a personal touch, and it was good article to kind of mention in this time that we're experiencing at the moment. So well done, Fujifilm, keep the good work up. So yes, Petapixel have given me information via this article. So we do quite a bit of work with Edit My Raw on the subreddit community, Reddit, but there is an actual site that provides free raw files so you can practice photo editing. And it looks like back in 2017, Saturate was a site that did that, but they no longer are about. So they've actually, well, shut up shop basically. So it looks like a new website is being set up, Signature Edits, and they're basically putting resources there to help people have available photos that they can play with and edit. So that's quite a good, interesting option there. Resaturate is the one there, and yeah, keep an eye on that. I think that's an option there for people to play about with photos. So I might keep an eye on their articles actually, because it looks interesting. Last quick article, we're all stuck at home most of the time. We had lockdown, so everybody was unable to really go anywhere or do anything. And you can see home photography ideas are something to keep an eye on. So backlit body paint portraits. What do you think about that? So it's an interesting article. The photos were quite, it looked like they were photoshopped, and there's a lot of work on in them. But yeah, that's something I thought that looked interesting. And if you've got a big enough room to set up a studio, well done. So yeah, that was your photo news today. Now let's have a quick look into the future. And you'll know from our last episode, we have a great mystic erratic who can give us that information.
Greetings, my children. I am coming to you today with a brand new technique that you may find beneficial. Today, we'll be reading the coffee grounds. It appears to be something known as the dim. It is saying to never underestimate the power of lighting. The lighting in film or photography or whatever you're doing is more powerful than you may realize, and it's important not to forget that. And look, it's happy to see you. That is all, my children. Leave me now. Shoo, be on, be on.
And thank you as always, Mystic Erratic there. He's given us his review. It's always enlightening to see his updates, and like he mentioned about the photography element and lighting, he knows the future. So you can see on our Zulf Talks Photography podcast, we talk about such things as making the best from your camera and also lighting techniques and how you can make that be impactful to your photos. So make sure to have a look at that podcast and you'll find regular episodes there. So yes, that's your quick update today, and we're going to have a quick look at Reddit. So you will know we keep a close eye on the Reddit community, and if you're in the show today, make sure to say hello in chat. It'll be good to hear from you. We've had loads of submissions, but before we get on to the Edit My Raw sessions submissions, here's a quick look at last week's challenge. So on Edit My Raw, they do a weekly challenge for editing, and we had a look at last week's winner, and it's really good to keep an eye on this. So we can see here the photo provided by, oh wow, Signature Edits. So that's the article we covered earlier. So they're providing images for Edit My Raw as well. I did not know that. But yes, so official winner from last week with 4 upvotes was BW21. Oh, he's a fan of the show. Fan. Let's have a look. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's a slight bug there, but yeah, I think he's edited pictures last week, and the picture was, let me see if I can bring up the picture itself. So last week's raw editing challenge, my show. Okay, let's have a look at the photo so we can see what the actual image was, because obviously he's done a good job if he's upvoted. Yeah, last week, the week before was DJM photography, so he won that one. And let's have a look at the one they edited, the bridge. Yes, I recall that. Okay, interesting. Well done, guys. So that was a quick look at the Edit My Raw weekly contest, and now we can have a look at the actual Edit My Raw challenge that we posted. And here's the Signature Edits page I saw, because I was looking at their Reddit post, and that's the actual website where they supply images for you to edit. And luckily enough for this week, we had a good level of entries. I gave you a bit longer, so it was good. Hi Lakshmi, thanks for joining us, and we've got a few more people that will pop in during the show, so thank you for joining us, and it's good to have you here. These are some of the guys that are doing all the work for us, and they're editing some of the photos and sharing their insider information really. So if I bring you to our articles here, we basically shared 3 fashion portraits, and you will recall that the fashion portraits this time I stuck to one model, so they were all the same person. So if I bring you to a screen where I won't show you the entries, but I'll show you the images that were supplied. So that's number 1, and that's what I supplied you to edit. That's number 2. That's number 3. And luckily today we will have a guest on the show, because Raj is one of the editors who's been working on some of the photos on our regular subreddit posts. So it'll be interesting to get him on and get his experiences with these shots. But if I quickly show you the submission, so we've had 7 people submit. So if I put them in order of old to new, and then we can work through them, and I'll just check at what point. Yes, so Raj there is number 4. So we will be getting Raj on today to speak to us. And if you're working through these, let me just come over to chat, because I can see we have got some people. Hello, Pavel. How are you? You okay? Good to have you on. Thanks for your edits. You've been one of our regular guys giving us photos. I'm sure I've seen a photo from you here. Let me check. Did you get one in? Or was this one a bit. Let me make sure, because I've got some comments on Reddit, so it may be possible that a new one's coming. Let's check. Oh yes, well done, you made it just in time there. Yeah, wicked. We got you. We'll add that to the list. You're always on the edge of time, but I like you get it in time. Thank you for yours. Let's check this. So if I get rid of that one there and bring up these. Okay, so as usual, I give you the location of the files for raw editing. You work your magic, and then we speak about them on the show, and we try and learn a bit about you and how you edited the photos. So if I start with 4 days ago, we had an entry from Labans. I don't know how to say that properly, but yes, so he submitted a photo. Let's have a look and get this up in a way that we can share. Okay, there we go. So Labs, luckily he's done, I'll call him Lab for sure. If he's in chat, let me know and I can update the name for you. Okay, so Lab has submitted 3 photos in total, and I can see he's added some type of coloring on these. So it's interesting to see this. Let me get a bit closer. Okay, so in this image, he's updated. Let me get the original up so we can see originals versus the edits. Okay, there we go. And we can get Raj on if he's happy to come on. Raj, are you okay to come on? We can talk about all the photos. What we'll do is, if you give me a quick second, I can get Raj on, so at least we've got 2 points of view on the photos. Obviously, I had a message on Skype from him, so it'll be interesting to see. If I give me a few seconds. Okay, so we're back to the show now, and I've got Raj on the line. So what we'll do is, I think it will be good to get Raj on. Hello, Raj, you okay?
Okay, so we're back to the show. It's all cool.
Okay, it looks like I can hear my voice back. So are you on headphones? Have you got speakers on as well? Because I can hear myself.
No. I think that's now. Is it fine now?
Yes, excellent. Thank you. Okay, so Raj has been doing some edits for us, and if we get a bit of information about Raj first, and then we can go on to the edits. So what type of software do you use, Raj?
Lightroom CC 2019.
Okay, and is that the main preferred program for edits?
Actually, yeah, like I started learning about Lightroom in this quarantine season, so yes, I kind of prefer it. But then I have it on my phone also. So that was my initial starting. Like I started out on my phone and then I got it on the laptop. And then, like I mentioned before, I sometimes use Snapseed. Like, when I'm very bored to open up Lightroom, I use Snapseed, but it's always Lightroom.
Okay, interesting. That's a nice little view from you. So do you like certain pictures to edit, or are you happy to edit most types of photos?
I want to actually edit almost all types of photos, but currently I think natural lighting is my strong point because I can play around with light a lot with natural lighting. And also on the other hand, I like urbanish type of photos where I can play with the darks and grays and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I think those two are my strong points now, but I'm trying to learn my best for the other ones. And I really want to learn panorama editing, the huge panoramas. That's one thing I'm trying to learn now.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. That's a good little view from you. We've not got the best line, so I'm hoping that we're okay for audio because I can hear it coming in and out, but we'll persist and hopefully it gives us some information. So, okay, if I show you the first set of images, we've got them from, I'll call him Lab. So he supplied the first image. This is the raw image, which is unedited. Let me just position that. Okay, and then this is his edit. Oops, that's his edit there.
One second.
Let me screen share with you 1 second. I'll give you, because that way you will see it without the lag. Start sharing. Okay, you should hopefully in a few seconds see this now.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so that is, let me just check that. Okay, that's his edit, and that's the normal. It looks like he's done some work on the lighting. He's warmed it up a bit with some, it looks like a sun type effect.
Yes, I mean, it looks like a purple tint here. Like if you think about it, the frog color and the entire face, like the entire subject and the frog canvas have the same purple tint to it. So I think that's what he has done.
Okay, and just let us know in chat if the audio sounds okay, please. If you're Pav, I know you were in, so if you're hearing us okay, just let us know, because I don't know if it sounds just a bit lagging to me, or is it okay in chat? But we'll carry on until we hear something in chat. Okay, so yes, that was the first submission. It was interesting work. I'll be interested to know what he did. Let me see if I can get his. Yeah, he hasn't supplied any information. I was hoping he'll. Normally, what is nice is if you can give us a couple of lines just to say what were the main effects you did and what you were thinking. Because at the moment, it looks like maybe a LUT was applied or some type of coloring, but I can't put my finger on it. But he supplied.
I think he has first cropped into the image. Like if you see the original and the one he submitted, there's a lot of cropping, which is nice actually. Like it focuses on the subject. And am I audible clearly or?
Okay, I think what we can try is if we try an audio call only, maybe. I think because it's video, it's lagging slightly. So if you turn the camera off and then try it with just audio. Okay,
is it better now?
We'll see if that's any better. Okay, so that was his first image. The next image he supplied was number 2, which is this one. If I bring up the original, so the original was this one. That's okay. It looks like he's applied the same filter to both. It's like a slight lighting effect. Are you seeing this okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that sounds a bit better. Okay. So here, that's interesting because at the moment, okay, I'm not sure. He's worked something on there, but it'll be good to get his feedback. So if you're in chat or if you're watching on replay labs, please let us know because it's interesting to learn from this to see what software you're using or how you're getting the lighting effect. Let's have a look at his last one. So his last one is, okay, 1 minute. Let me get the original up versus that one. That's the original. That's the edit. Okay, so he's cropped it slightly because obviously there's a bit of gray there, but then he's applied that same coloring.
I think this the editor, like almost all edits has that purple tint to it. If you notice it, I think he likes the purple color.
Interesting. Okay, so
it's a nice edit actually.
Yeah, he's given it a bit of pop. Yes, so it looks interesting. So okay, that was Lab's edit. Thank you, and it's sounding laggy. Just let us know if the audio has improved now that we've turned the webcam off. Be interesting to hear. Okay, so that was the first entry. Next one we have Majipu, and thanks for sharing portraits, and he's given 3 as well. So if we look at the 3 from Majipu, number 1 is this one. Let's just check that. And let me see if I can bring it back to this view and put that behind. Okay, yeah, that way we can see the chat on there. So that's the edit, and let's bring up the original. Okay, there and there. Okay, again, he's cropped it, but it's got like a magical effect there where it's enhanced, maybe. Let's have a look.
See the face. Notice the face. It's very soft and non-noisy. It's pretty good job, actually, the face part of it.
All right, so he's enhanced it a bit, hasn't he?
Yes. He softened it and removed those marks, if any, I guess.
Yes, blush. Yeah, the
blush. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes. I mean, he made a very smooth texture throughout the body.
Okay, interesting. That's good. And okay, so he's got a few. So we'll have a look at some of the other ones. Let's have a look at let's just check. Okay, so the second he's supplied is that one. Oh, okay. He's done some work on the eyes there. You can tell straight away.
Yes.
So if I see that, and similar effect. Okay, it's brought out some color in the hair, so it looks a bit more light brown.
Yes, this
But
image is, this edit is actually really nice. It suits the photo here.
yeah, it's like a natural feel to it,
Very
hasn't it?
natural. Yes.
Yeah, it's got more detail. It looks a lot sharper than the old one, so it's good.
Yes.
And it looks more, if you notice the eyes, you can see more in the eyes versus what it was before.
Yeah, he got the sparkle in it, I guess.
Yeah, good job. Well done there. That was a nice edit.
Yeah, it's
He's
really nice.
got one more. He's got a third one. What would be good is when you do supply your edits, give us a couple of lines. It's always good to hear it from your point of view. So if you're watching this in replay, do comment and let us know, because I will always share that on the next update that we do. Okay, interesting. This one's slightly different. Let me bring the original up.
Yes.
Okay, so the last one there.
The last one, he tried is, he tries to separate the subject and the foreground. If you check it out, if you see the hand areas,
Yes.
it's softened and then the background is blurred. So very, I think it looks a little artificial. You could feather it a little better, but it's well done. Like if you zoom in, there's a lot of detail actually.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot more detail added, which is good. And let's have a look. Okay, so we'll have a look at a few more. Okay. And let's check this. So, okay, Raj, I know you had some time, so I'll let you go, and then we'll catch up with you on the next session. Thanks for joining us today. It's really good to speak to you.
Okay.
Okay, so we're moving on to this now, so we can see. Let's get rid of the headphones now, so we can have a look at the last few edits. Okay. So we've got these here, and we were at this point. Okay, we've done the match. Oh, excellent. Look at this nice description. So SD Steve, he's done a few entries for us, so thank you very much. He's a regular contributor. It's always good to see your work. Now, if I bring up the edits and get rid of this over here. Okay, let's just make sure we got the right ones up so we don't get confused. Is that okay? Yes. So entries now. SD Steve. He's worked his magic. That's his entry. Really good off the bat straight away. So nice job. I'm going to spoil the fun now. Okay, let me give out an explanation now. Let me read this alongside that. It's always hard to adjust these. Okay, there we go. Okay, thanks for hosting another one of these. You're welcome. Always good to have you on. I really enjoyed your live session last time. I took a stab at number 3. Let me bring up the original, so we've got something to compare it with. Okay, now, so I'm not sure if it'll be able to join your broadcast this time around, so I'll post a little summary on my approach here. Thank you. That's good to be able to see it. Okay, so raw adjustments before I got into Photoshop: exposure, highlights, and shadows. Okay, so he's adjusted them there to give us that extra bit of depth. Lens correction and white balance. Lens correction, that's a good one. Stevie, let us know about that lens correction. So do you actually, because I know I've seen that in Photoshop or Lightroom, where it kind of gets rid of the certain types of flaws of lenses. So if you have extra wide lenses, for example, does that work for you? It's good to know. And if you're watching in replay, let me know in the comments. Okay, and white balance didn't work because of some reason it treated your files like JPEGs. Not sure what's going on there. Interesting. We'll check, because I exported these out of Lightroom as DNG files, and the originals were CR2, I think. I'll check. Okay, had to crop in closer on this one to recompose her eyes. Yes, good job. I can see it draws us in more interestingly, but this is a funny shot because I've kind of put it on one side, so it's not the best composure to start off with for you. So you did some good work there to readjust it. Just curious, is there a reason you had her looking off camera in all these? I found it a little distracting, especially on the headshot. Could just be personal preference. Yeah, I think at the time there was these photos were used for Uz's couture fashion blog, so they used them as banners. So in a way, the way she was looking off camera, there's actually text there, so it looked like a banner, and then she was on either side. So there was a slight brief behind the picture. So yeah, I've supplied them, but there was an additional use for them later on. So I'm glad you picked up on that. Shows you're in tune with the uses of images. Okay, let me bring that back up. Okay. Yes, okay. Liquefy to reshape jawline and raise hairline. Wow, that's what it was. Okay, I knew there was something going. Okay, it'll be good to see them side by side. Let me read up your stuff and I'll do it side by side. Okay, retouch skin and then just have a look with your skin, but then wasn't too much to do here since her skin is already good and the focus was a bit soft. Yes, yeah, you're right. I think I can't remember the lens I was using. Was it the 70 to 200 possibly? Sharp lens is probably just me missing focus. So I think the ones that I had were probably 15 images in total, and these 3 are the ones that weren't used, so I was able to share them. Cleaned up her joint. Yes, let's have a look. With her skin, cleaned up hair flyaways by making a selection where the hair should end. Yes, painting within it soft. That's always a tricky one to do. So if you've got hair that's kind of bubbling out, finding the line and adjusting it, it's tricky because then it can look fake, but yours looks really good. So you did a wicked job there. Okay, white eyes, adjusted the brightness and saturation of the white irises. Yes. Overall A shape separately. I created an action that speeds up this because I always do this for headshots. So good. Helps a bit of time saving there. Also sharpen the iris to emphasize catch lights and draw attention to the eyes. Again, focus with a little soft. Yes. Overall tonal adjustments like radial filters, but with curves, layers, brightened face and created slight vignette. Okay. Levels adjusted, a layer and set black and white. No real color work, just warming filter for kicks. Yes. Great job. Now let me bring it up a bit bigger. Okay, so now we can do a proper look comparison photo to photo. Let's get this there. That's that one. That's that one. Okay. Oh yes, straight away. Okay, so you can see here the jawline, which you talked about, is adjusted that to a more natural position. The skin, he's done a good job on the skin. He's kind of, it almost looks like she's got a different expression on her face. So from here you can see, and then there, like the expression has slightly changed. But I can see what he talked about the hairline and the colors, and see, yeah, the kind of flying away of the hair. So that there's little bits of hair there, which can always be tricky to do, but he kind of paintbrushed. I understand from his explanation, not paintbrushed, but yeah, adjusted that and was able to get a nice smooth line. And the work on the eyes is really good because the whites have been made white again. So good job. Are you in chat by any chance, Steve? Were you able to make it? Let us know what you think of these photos while you're there. Pav, I know you're here, and Raj, I think he's moved on, but if you're available via chat, let us know if everything's okay. Okay, that's fine. That was a good job. A very good job. Let me have, is that nose? Any nose? Is it? Now I think because he got rid of some of this there, the nose is slightly more distinguished as well, and the eyes are as well. Good job. Thank you, Steve. That was a nice one. Enjoyed that one. You might be my favorite so far. We've got some more to look at, so keep it tuned. See who else is doing one. Johannes, we spoke to him on last week's show. If you missed that, make sure to check out our cards, and we'll see how that does. Let me just check on chat. Raj, thank you. Yes, we've had some difficulties with Raj, so I know he had certain time slots, but we'll see if we can get him on in future as well, because he brought some good points to the table. Okay, here's take on number 2. It was quite a bit of a challenge because of the framing, since I generally work with a more centered subject. Yes, we thought we'll give you a bit more of a challenge. But yeah, them photos had a different purpose. So sorry I gave you guys a hard time with these because they're not perfect. With the woman at the edge of the frame, it was difficult to keep adjustments to her face and neck symmetrical. Still, it was a lot of fun to work with. Thank you, Johanna. It's always nice to have your stuff in. Let me have a look at yours. Ooh. So he always gives that extra pop to his images, doesn't he? I like how the instant eyes pop. Okay, let me bring the original up so you can see it. It looks like that was a favorite. And also, if you're watching in replay, let me know if there's other photos you'd prefer, because I can dig out some other photos. I know before there was well lit photos asked for. There's been fashion photos. Landscape, I don't have many of them, but I could probably dig some out from somewhere and we can see how they work. I've got loads of automotive photos, so cars, motorbikes. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments and we can work on those next time. Pav, we have got your photo, so I'll talk to you about your one as well. I'm loading through these. Okay, yeah. So interesting. See, he's done a similar. Yeah, it's interesting how that magic works. So when you change, when there's adjustments made on the face. Oh wow, okay. There's more detail there, a lot more detail. Look at that. Wow, Johannes, mate. Fair play. Considering the image, it's amazing what you can do with images once you spend a bit of time and you get someone. Look at that. It's almost like it's real life compared to. Come on, look at that blurriness there. Okay, good job, good job. I like that. The eyes especially have got a lot more detail. Okay. I like the extra pop on it. The background there looks different, but it's good because it draws you into the foreground as opposed to the background. Was there a crop on there? There was there? Maybe not. It's just my focusing here. I need a better comparing tool with these. Okay. Now, Johannes, thank you very much. Good edit. If you're watching in replay, let us know in comments if there's anything I missed. But overall, I'm very impressed. Good job. Okay, who else did we have? We had a few more. Okay, Raj. Okay, let me see if I can. Luckily, he's got his information here. So I think he's in chat, so he might be able to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so he's called it Autumn. Great name. Oh, why am I opening it? I already have it saved. Okay, let me bring it up. Raj. Ah, yes, he's given it a bit of a deeper feel to it. Let me get up the original. Okay. So. Ah, I like how he letterboxed it, but portrait letterbox. Because he's drawn more attention to it now. Because there we had too much space on the sides. But he's drawn it to the focus there. Nice deep colors. Let me read his explanation. He's got some information to give us. Okay, story of edit. So the original photo was overexposed, lacking highlights and colors. Yes, I wanted to give the photo an autumn vibe. So I first got the exposure down, increased the contrast. Okay, yes. Increase the contrast and played with shadows to get a balanced photo. Then using HSL, I made the skin look natural, gave the trees yellow, orange, green vibe. Ah, yes. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, you've got detail in the back as well. Nicely done, mate. He knows his stuff. Hopefully, we're gonna get him on and do like a quick Lightroom experience of how like the best steps to take in Lightroom, maybe to get to a good starting point. Okay, then using HSL made the skin look natural, gave the trees yellow and orange green vibe. Then using 2 radial filters controlled the subject and background exposure and clarity such that the subject stands out. Then for the autumn vibe, using split toning and gave it an orange yellow vibe. Yes, finally cropped in, edited and centered it. That's how I got my final edit. Very nicely done. Good job. So let's have a quick look at the detail and see if we've got as much. Oh yes, okay, look, see, even there it's got that nice not stamped feel, like embossed type feel to it. A lot warmer, definitely autumn feel. I can say it's like a Harry Potter style. If you watch Harry Potter, it's got that kind of warmth to it. So nice job, mate. Good job. It's gonna be hard this week to pick one of my bests. Normally what I do is put it as my wallpaper. Okay, so we have that done. Alinop supplied one. Let me just bring up Alinop's. There's no information. Are you in chat, Alinop? It'll be nice to hear from you. He's done all 3. Let's have a look. Okay, just bringing that one up now. Oh, he's behind me. Okay, there. Okay, so interesting. He's gone for a similar feel, but has he cut off the feet? Okay, that's number 1, Alinop. He's gone for a darker field image. Let me bring up the original. Okay. For some reason, the opening behind me. Okay, there. So that's the original. That's his edit. Okay, again, he's gone for a crop. He's given it a bit more depth. He's gone a bit darker with it. Interesting job. It'd be good to hear what types of... Oh, okay, he's got a bit of a film look on that slightly. Okay. It's interesting how some people see images similarly. So it's like similar types of edits, but different people. Okay. I suppose it depends down to who's looking at them and how they enjoy the photos. Let's have a quick look. Yes, dark gloomy look, Raj. Thank you. That was a good one. Okay, and that looks nice. That's number one. Let me see if he's cut were the feet already cut off. Okay, yeah, they weren't as cut off as they have been, so he's cropped it in there as well. But still, it's not taken away from the image, so good job. Nicely done. Okay, that's number one. I think he's got a number two. Yes, that's number two, which is that number two. Okay, he's got a slight or different tone to the skin, which has made it a bit darker. I'm not sure, a bit more orange, and I'm not sure about that. The eyes look a bit darker. Raj, what do you reckon about that? Or if you have anyone else in chat, let me know what you think. It may just be me being on my monitor color profile here. Let me see if I can see on the back one. Yeah, okay, it's not as bad on that one, but there is slight difference in the color tones. Let's have a look at the third one. Okay, similar type of edit there because he's done the same type of color profile on it. But yeah, the original images were just basically washed out. There wasn't any detail or work done on them at all. But yeah, you can see here the darks have come out a lot more. Some details gone from the back of the hair. No, overall good attempt. Thank you. That was a nice share. It's good to see your work there, Ali. Nope, if I said that right. Do you let me know in the comments what you did with that? It'd be interesting to see. I think Raj said, let me look. It looks... Yeah, it's got that feel to it where it's more of like a cartoony type effect, or maybe like a enhanced color profile maybe or something. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with it, so I think you guys will know better than I do. Okay, so here's an edit for the first image. 14 hours ago, ship and lake. Okay, did I save that? Is that one on my... Let me have a look. Ship and lake. Yes, you made it. We have got one more from Pav as well, so I'll make sure to include that today. Pav, you still with us? Let us know. It'll be good to hear what your edit was. Okay, 1 second. So let me bring up the original. And that one was this one. Okay. Oh, okay. Ship and lake. Already, straight away, when I see an image, I can normally tell if it's pleasing, and it's definitely pleasing. I like how you got rid of the crop because it was a bit distracting there, and the 21 as well. Okay, so okay, that looks a lot nicer with the natural lighting effect, but enough detail to bring out the eyes. Oh wow, okay, so you can also see on the top of the head there where it's showing there, you can see he's adjusted it because that hair slightly there was a bit messed up, so he's adjusted that as well and made it nice and round. So he's got rid of all the distractables, the switch that was there, or the ball or whatever that was. Wow, okay, nicely done there. Hopefully I'll see a few more from you, Ship and Lake. It'll be good to get some more from you because there was 3 images there. Let me know if there's any other photos that you would like to see. When you're watching this on replay, it'll be good to hear what you think. It'll be interesting. So I do prefer that. I like the color enhancement. I like the edit. I like the getting rid of the distractions. Have I missed anything? Yeah, even the carpet he's got rid of in the bottom that was on the floor. Yeah, and he got rid of that slight roof terrace thing there. Good job, Ship and Lake. And we have one last one here from Paja. Paja, you still with us? Thank you, mate. It's always good to see your... Oh, testing Lightroom 2020. So he's going to be using this and letting us know. Ah, saturation. Let me save him so I can see it side by side. Save page. Okay, so now if I bring him up here, let me get the original up and then bring up Paja's edit. Paja, you still with us? Make sure to let me know in comments, because I'll be good to hear how your experiences with the new Lightroom there, because I know you started using the 2021. Okay, so here we go. Okay, he's cropped it and he's adjusted it to make it straight. First thing, obvious thing. He's also got rid of the distractions, which is good. He's given it a bit of more of a dark, like a grainy type feel. Interesting. Okay, you know what we're going to do at the end of this video? We'll pick one picture that we like and we'll compare all the edits from it, because I know there's quite a few adjustments and people see it differently. But okay, nice job. Slightly red on the face, a bit more deep summery type feel to it versus the light there. So interesting edit. Good. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it's got a dark, cool. Yeah, nice. Okay, good job. Okay, so let me see. I think preference of colors is the main thing. If you prefer like lightness or darkness, but it's good to see them on both sides. Okay, so that was all your edits from the session. Let me just make sure I haven't missed any. Get rid of that. There's any more? Okay, that's fine. So we're up to date there. What I'll do now is I'll get up the images that we had entries for. Number one. Ah, that number one is different to that number one. Okay, let me get all the same ones together. Okay, so it'll be good to see small icons, tiles. Okay, so if I get, which is the most common one? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cut those. Put them in a new folder. New folder. I'll call that number 2 and paste them here. Okay, so now this is the famous bit we do. Okay, so we're basically going to go through each image and we're not going to look at the names, we're just going to look at the edits. That's the first two. That's 1, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we've got 5 images. Okay, I'll take you to the one I prefer. Okay, that one I like. Steven, I think I'm saying that right. Steve. Okay, that's one good one. Let me see if I can shortlist it. It's tricky, but we'll try. Okay, let's get this one. Alnop. I'm not sure. For some reason, it sticks out differently to the others. Let me see if I remove Alnop, and then we'll see the others. Okay. So I've shortlisted it. I've taken one out. I'm not sure about the eyes there. You know what? The eyes, they look, the detail is excellent. I don't know if it's too, the eyes are too, it's hard. It's tricky. Okay, I'm going to get to 3, and then I want you to let me know in the comments or in the chat 1, 2, or 3. Let me take one more out. It's too hard. It might have to be 4. Okay, this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This last one, 4, definitely looks more natural. That's a good one. And this number 1 I like. 2 and 3 I'm not sure between. So Johannes and ST Stephen, definitely 2 that I'm happy. I like those. These 2 I'm not sure. Second place, joint second place and joint first place, I think. But yeah, let me know what you think. We got some chat activity. Okay, 1 in my opinion, 2 is the most natural. Okay. 2, yes, you're right. I think 2 is the most to how the photo was, as in there's less adjustments there. So 1 was that looks natural, but if you see the original image, then you can tell all the changes. But that looks like the original image to me, that one. But Johannes did a good job. Well, you all did great job, so thank you very much. ST Steve, it's hard to pick. Okay, that was one of them. Let me do a quick comparison between the other entries, which were let's do this one. New folder, call that 3. Okay, another one. Okay, I'll narrow it down a bit and then you can let me know. Okay, that one is my favorite. I don't know why it was easier this time. Okay, Paja is good as well. Ship and Lake or Paja, those two. Majipu, I like it. It's like as if the sun's shining on this side compared to the other ones. So you've brought out detail. There's something there. Okay, so Ship and Lake and Paja, number 1, joint. Number 2 position, Majipu, Lab, and Alnop. I don't know. It's still tricky. It depends how you see and what you prefer. But to my eye, I think I'm just that crop there defines it a little bit because there's more concentration straight there and then it's leading away or leading in. Okay, now nice job, guys. Great job. One more. Let me do the last one. Okay. Oh. Majipu and Raj. Okay, Majipu for being a slight brighter, but I like the dark mood of Raj's. So Raj and Majipu, number 1. Ooh, Alenop's good as well, though. Alenop is good. Okay, yeah, I think that's fair. So Raj and Majipu as number 1, joint, and Lab and Alenop number 2. So well done. Good job. All of them are great, but nitpicking, I had to give you positions. So thank you very much. That was really good to see the edits. And I think we've done really well today. We were lucky to have some guests on. So thank you to all the guests. I'll link you in the description to all the show notes to make sure to check those out. And I'll link you to a playlist of these photography live show edits that we're doing. We'll keep these regularly going throughout the week. So we have one every week. So make sure to comment below if you took part in this session. If not, you've got a chance to take part in the next session. I'll see you on the next show.